Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at a cryptic crossword from the Daily Mail website. It's the 2nd of May, a little bit later than a little bit after the fact. Let's get started. Roman consul in company accepting cooked rice. So I'm imagining, this is 6 letters, I'm imagining we're looking for a Roman consul as our definition. If we have company, a short word for short synonym for company could be CO. Short synonym abbreviation, sorry. And then if that accepts, if that has inside of it cooked rice, so RICE anagrams. Maybe Sriracha or something. My knowledge of Roman consuls isn't great, but I'm imagining it could be something like that. I guess we'll rely on the crossing letters to justify it, but that feels reasonable. Uphill struggles for 100 members. I mean, C is, again, Roman numerals for 100, so that feels okay. But if the C starts, then probably we're looking for a definition being uphill struggles. What could a member be? Entertainment provided by Bear Act. That feels like, with a question mark, that feels like that's going to be an anagram. And this could be cabaret, that feels sensible. So on that basis, I'm going to change all of this and go for Cicero. Cicero, that's a name that I think I've heard. Cabaret, sorry, cabaret, double A. Okay, back in Hanoi, daring to send a message. Back in very strongly to me indicates that we're looking at a hidden and a backwards hidden. So in Hanoi daring, we have RADIO, radio, which can mean to send a message. You radio someone, you send them a message. Could this be rabid? Nope. Where to put flowers when you have retired? In bed. Put flowers in a flower bed. When you retire, you go to sleep in your bed. Does this give us anything here? Uphill members. Climbs. A member is a limb, yes. Slightly odd word, but let's take a look-see. Three, archaic, a part of the body, especially a limb. Perfect. Vessel carrying a Royal Navy hooter. Hooter, my first thought was nose, but actually could be an owl. And hooter is the definition, actually. I was thinking it was part of the wordplay originally. I have hooter at the end, but hooter is going to be the definition because it's going to be barn owl. How are we going to get that? So RN is Royal Navy. Hooter, a vessel. Sorry. Vessel carrying a Royal Navy hooter. A bowl is the vessel. And that's going to have in it a Royal Navy. Yeah, that looks fine. Sun hats do disguise many. Sun hats do is 9 letters. Disguise could be an anagram indicator, which would mean our definition is many. Thousands. Looks sensible. And looking at that, start with a T, you've got an H. Feels likely that'll go there. And yeah, took it from there. Really enjoying abandoned Irish glen. Irish Glen is 9 letters. And I think we're going to anagram it. Abandoned being our indicator. If you really enjoy something, you relish it. So this could be relishing. That feels sensible. One drip, oddly, may be involved. One drip is 7 letters long. Oddly could easily be an anagram indicator. I think we've got an anagram. Maybe involved. If something's involved, it feels like a 2-letter word at the end could be in. What have we got? RINPDEO, roped in. He got me involved, he roped me in. Yeah, that feels sensible. Travelled on back of Bronco. Here. If you travel on the back of something, if you travel on something, you could ride on it. I think this is going to be I think this is an andlet. I think the definition, kind of. I think the whole thing's a definition, and the whole thing is the, almost the whole thing is the wordplay. So if you travel, you could ride somewhere. Travelled, past tense, we're going to go with road. Back of Bronco is the last letter of Bronco, which is an O. So then here is not part of the wordplay, but if you were on the back of a Bronco here at this place, the here is the rodeo. So almost all of it feels like it's a definition, and almost all of it feels like the wordplay. It's kind of one word that isn't each part of that, it feels to me. Her Majesty comes back with something boring or something infuriating. Her Majesty could be ER. If that comes back, we could be looking at something there, or it could be there. I don't know. Clear up, form a flat. If something's a form of something, it could be an X. If something is flat, well, so after I put in X, I then saw the definition, which is going to be clear up. We're going to get explain, and plain and flat are, I think, pretty reasonable as synonyms. If something is plain, it's unadorned, it feels a bit flat. Okay. Poem found. Poem, it's going to be an ode. We've got an E there. After graduate goes back. A graduate could be a BA, could be an MA. We're going to go with BA. We'll go back, so we'll turn it around. And our definition is home, abode. Yeah, that feels good. Seeing, need for change. Seeing is 6 letters. Need for change. The word change is literally there. We could change it. They grant wishes. That's going to be genies. We've got all of our crossing letters for this then now. Something boring or something infuriating. RE, Her Majesty comes back. If something is boring, it's a drag. And something infuriating is a red rag, as in the phrase red rag to a bull, something that will make someone angry. Sailor, in southern city, having rest day. A rest day could be a Sunday, could be a Sabbath, given that it's 7 letters. Let's go Sabbath. How would this work then? A, B, in southern city, southern Bath. S as in the compass point north, south, east, west. Bath as in the city in north east Somerset. North Somerset. I live half an hour from it. Not 100% sure what the county situation is. It's really bad. Kind of store. Providing binder. Kind of store. Providing could be a hidden, but somehow there's not a single A in this clue. Binder. Something that binds glue, rope. Kind of store. Shop. Stockpile. Might give that one a miss for now. Coin found by soldier retreating from base. Not sure of that one either. This bottom corner might be tricky if we've got a couple that we're not liking. German composer, half drunk. Not sure. Another crossing letter might be good. More pleasant, resort on river. A resort could be Nice in the south of France. On river could be R. That might give us nicer, which does mean more pleasant. Okay, that's good. Economist following poet in town. Economist could be Keynes. M Keynes for town, that doesn't feel likely. Also, it feels positional. Economist following poet. I think it's a poet and then an economist. Would a poet be? Have we got any 3-letter poets that we can use? Soldier retreating from base. I'm not sure. We'll sit on those for a bit and come back. Spurious marsh seen by American. A marsh could be a bog. Yeah, okay, this is right. Marsh is a bog. American is indicating US, and that gives us bogus, which does mean spurious. A spurious claim, a bogus claim. Member of the orchestra who's a bit too boisterous. A bit of the phrase too boisterous. We've got oboist in there. Colour, green. One may be putting on. Maybe not green. Not seeing it. Disgusting. Old boy. Old boy I think can be abbreviated to OB. With part in play. A part in play would be a role. Is there any chance that old boy, could the word with indicate it goes around a part in a play? I'm not quite seeing that. Let's see if we can get a crossing letter. I caught bird going round lettuce. Lettuce could be an iceberg. I caught bird going round. Could be an anagram of a sort of bird. What would this be? A grebe? Is a grebe a sort of bird? Apparently grebe is a word. I think this has to be right. Although I'm not exactly seeing why. Colour. With a G and the E, it feels very likely that is green, doesn't it? But why would that be? One may be putting on. Might putting on be a slang phrase for jealous? Putting on meaning. Can we make the N work? Smelly person. not starting to mess about. You mess about with something, you might tinker, which I probably wouldn't have got if we didn't have that N. And a smelly person would be a stinker. If you take off the starting letter, you get that. Well, the B doesn't go at the end, but I think we can get obscene from this. And a part in play would be a scene, act 1, scene 1. It's not referring to a person's part. It's referring to a bit of the play. So a word for a coin, like maybe a specific bit, like a, you know, like a thruppenny bit or something. I don't know. Kind of store. Providing binder. A binder. If something binds something, then it meshes it together. So any chance that a poet could be Poe? Like, if we've got a word for a poet, like, would you describe Edgar Allan Poe as a poet? I don't know, but there's only limited options, but a number of letters, like it's got to be 3, right? It's just this corner. The rest of this has been not so bad, but there's so many in this corner that we haven't got at the moment. If we get one of them, then like the rest of them stand a better chance because of the crossing letters. But kind of store. A store could be a cache, but we need the A to be at the start. C-A-C-H-E. So German composer, half drunk. Like German, what could that be? If it's not part of the definition German composer, German could maybe D-E, but you'd expect it at the start. Could German be G-R? And then could there be a word for a composer or name of a composer that's 4 letters with an H? That give you a word that means half drunk. I feel like Germany or German would be G. And that gives us more options maybe on composer. Is Brahms German? Would that mean half drunk? Let's see where Brahms is from. We haven't got enough letters, have we? Oh, Brahms. Brahms could work. But why? Half drunk. Do I like it? There's 1 or 2 in here where I don't get the wordplay. Iceberg I don't quite get, for example, but I'm close enough. This one here just feels like it is a little bit speculative. Kind of store, crate. You could put something in a crate, but I wouldn't say it's a store. It's a box. How would it be a binder? I'm reading providing is just a joining word, but okay. Oh, a soldier could be a GI, and if that's retreating, it could be backwards. If something is base, it could be ignoble, maybe. Could a coin be noble? Could there be a coin called an ignoble? What does ignoble mean? Is base reasonable? Of humble origin or social status, that feels like it would work for base. It's another one in which I'm not overly happy, I think, but is there a professional abbreviation for an economist? How would you bind something? A rope, a knot, chain. Yes, that's it. You could bind something with a chain. And a type of store might be a chain store, one with lots of lots of locations. Economist. This is Keynes, isn't it? My first thought was Economist Keynes, following poet. The poet is Milton, and the town is Milton Keynes. Yeah. Okay, so we got that all right. Now we really slowed down at the end. There were a couple that we found a bit trickier. What ones did we not get in there? Brahms, German composer, half drunk. I'm not getting the wordplay on that. If anyone's got any ideas, put it in the comments. Similarly, iceberg. I'm not quite sure how we're getting that. The I and the C are I and court. And then bird going round. Is it an anagram of a type of bird? And then green. Colour one may be putting on. Why would you be... How is green mean one may be putting on? Does putting on mean you could be jealous? Envious? New to something? I don't know. Green means a couple of different things. If everyone can see the wordplay on green, again, stick it in the comments. If anyone can explain e-berg, stick it in the comments. Okay, if you enjoyed what you saw, then please do like and subscribe. The link to the Daily Mail website is in the description. Have a go at playing along by yourself, and until next time.